Hello, this is Bradley Emerson. Welcome to Tips in 10. I used to ask in my training programs from the participants, what would be one character that you would want to see in your manager? And you get in an audience of 20, at least 15 different characters they would think they would want to have in a manager. It can start from knowledge to fairness to integrity to honesty to, it goes on. But one of the things that has never come up in my questions is what I call the balance. Now, do you know what it means to lose balance? When you lose balance, what happens? When you lose balance, you fall. Right? So, maintaining balance is important. Now, in context of management, in context of a manager, what is balance? Is it equality or is it equity? Is there a difference between that? I mean, can you dish out the same thing to everybody and expect the same results? No, you can't, because the capabilities of people are different. So there has to be not equality, it should be equity. It should match your support, the distribution according to individual skills. So how do you balance your resources, your time in distribution? It is not equal distribution, my friends. So for me, one of the reasons why managers fail, because they have the sense of balance. Because you lose your balance, you fall. Now when I say balance, I mean we all know too much of anything is not good. So you've got to have a balanced distribution of whatever you have. Your time, your knowledge, your energy has to be not equally distributed, has to be balanced among the people. When you say balance among the people, there could have a weak staff of yours who will need a little bit more of your time, a little bit more of your guidance. There'll be a superstar in your team. It will run. I mean, you can do the Boston's cage and say, okay, who's my deadwood or dog, or who's my cash cow? You can categorize your people. But where do you put your time in? The more time you will put as a manager in distributing and guiding and encouraging the people who are making an effort, not praising the cash cows or the stars all the time, because they are stars, they are stars. They have come where they have come. And you as a manager, as a responsibility to balance your skills and knowledge in such a way that the people who deserve your support, the people who deserve your guidance get it. So management or leadership for that matter is about the moderation of it. How do you equalize it? How do you distribute it in a moderate way? How do you strike a balance? How do you integrate the star and the one who is trying? How do you make sure the one who is trying has the confidence to come and work with the star? That's the balance I'm talking about. And we don't focus on this. We like the good guys because they do the job for you and we recognize them most of the time. And there is somebody who is also part of your team, who is also relying on you, who also has faith in you that you will help them become a star. But what do? We focus on the ones that are really performing, highlight them, recognize them, favor them, hang out with them, isolating the people who have been looking up to you. So where is your balance? Where is your balance? I mean, that's the balance I'm talking about. Human beings, regardless of what background they come. See, as managers, we have people coming to us from different backgrounds, different education, different family standards. But when they come to us, do we treat everybody in a balanced way? Do they have the confidence then when they come into work? It doesn't matter where they're coming from. They're coming to a balanced place. Isn't that our responsibility as a human being? Forget about management. To make sure that everybody is coming there as a balance. I mean, look at a family. If there is a child who needs greater attention, if there is a child who has a disability, what would the parent do? Parent would give more attention to the child who needs the support to stand up. it's because of your children, you balance that. My dear friends, people who are working for you ought to be treated like your children, because they are looking up to you for guidance. They are looking up to you for support. So if you look at your kids, if in a way at home, and if you also look at your staff, the same way you look at your children at home, then you will bring in that balance. So you give the confidence to the weakest, while you give the comfort to the strength. I mean, you need to make sure that you don't widen the gap between the star and the one who is trying. If you focus on the one who is trying, the one who is a star will also begin to focus on the one who is trying. Remember, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. So if you don't identify the one who is trying, and if you don't strengthen them, your chain will break. If you don't identify the weakest link in your team, the team will crack. So maintain the balance, as in not to give equally, but distribute the right amount of attention and guidance in your team. The ones who are very good, little attention. I mean, take a class teacher. If she has a class that she is teaching, and where does she put her attention? Where does she put her? How do you measure her performance when everybody hits the grade? If you're going to focus on somebody who's really hitting the grade anyways, that doesn't become your performance. So you've got to balance your time to distribute attention in such a way the ones who are trying come up. And that's the satisfaction you will have when you look back in your life. When you look back your day, when you look back your career, when you leave an organization, you can look back and see, oh wow, I have moved this person who was weak to a position of strength. And that is what you will be happy about in your career as a manager. And you don't do that, you fail as a manager. Balance is the word.